It's game time.
Oh, wow, big table. While you are engaged in small talk, you get a chance to take the measure of Liege Takara. His expression is aloof and focused, his gestures curt and firm, and his speech calm and quiet, as though he is used to people always listening to what he says. Judging by his observant gaze, he has been studying you in turn this whole time. I got 77 experience. He straightens in his chair and says in a polite but comfortably indifferent tone, "Let's talk business. On behalf of the elite footfall station, I offer you my condolences, Lord von Valancius. We mourn Lady Theodora's loss, and we hope this sentiment is taken as a sign of our good intentions and willingness to cooperate." Oh. Oh, he doesn't know High Gothic. He gives you a long look, then says calmly, "I'm not versed in the language of the aristocracy, but I do hope that you didn't say anything unsavory. Either way, you've established a certain distance between us, and I will make note of it." Ooh. I wonder if that's going to have anything to do. "I am impressed by your prudence. Your decision to arrive on footfall incognito without announcing either the death of the previous rogue trader or your own status was quite wise. The rumors will spread sooner or later. It's impossible to keep secret something that's known to the thousands of people serving on a void ship. But for now, you are free to reap the benefits of anonymity. I've heard much about your rare acumen, my outstanding intellect, or I should say, about the profoundly impressive results you managed to achieve by using it. I have always had a fondness for individuals who can destroy their enemy or gain a powerful ally with just well-phrased sentences or precisely issued orders." The corners of Ladame's mouth twitch, bringing his expression dangerously close to a genuine smile. "As you may have noticed, Footfall is currently in a state of crisis. Its people would benefit from the patronage of a figure such as yourself." "Who was that woman the wardens threw out?" Ladame's expression hardens, and he makes a frustrated gesture. "A dead woman walking. Some, however, still call her Jay Hadari. A small-time hustler with big ambitions that will lead her to a sticky end." It's a strange small-time hustler, even a particularly audacious one, wouldn't likely quarrel in public with a figure as important as the Liege of Footfall. What seems stranger still is that the Liege knows this small fry by name. She is irrelevant. Since I am the one in control of the situation on Footfall, I can speak on behalf of all. It's not of all. I can speak of all of its noteworthy residents. What's the situation? Troubling. Xenos raids are growing more frequent, trade is suffering, and fringe worlds are going under. Rumors of atrocities being committed by enemies of humanity are causing excessive panic due to their exotic nature. The core of the Imperium forces in the Coronis Expanse has departed for the sector's borders to combat the Xenos threat. There has been no word from them for a while now. Then again, with the distance and the current issues of the astropaths, that is not entirely out of the ordinary. Still, we are not yet alone. From several of the worlds hit by Xenos attacks, we've received reports of fierce warriors who descended from the sky and entered the fray. The fragmentary accounts lead me to believe that the blessed Adeptus Astartes are operating in the Coronis Expanse, and I await news of their victories with great anticipation. I was attacked at the docks. An outrageous stunt, a show of disrespect for both you and me. Sadly, such incidents on Footfall are akin to natural disasters. Impossible to predict or preempt. Simply happen. Many consider Footfall to be a pirate den, but believe me when I say that there is a difference between organized crime and gangs of thugs who have nothing to lose. You were attacked by the latter. The Anvers are a gang of punks who spit on our customs and hierarchy. Even their leader is more akin to an ideologue, a rabble-rouser who calls for people's heads, not a commander. Sooner or later, we will find him and have him strung up. That will likely cool his followers' enthusiasm. Behind the carefully built facade of composure, you sense anger. It appears this man is not used to losing control, but that is exactly what is happening. Ah, come on, you would, wouldn't you? Back where I grew up, they call it throwing someone for a loop. They carve a particular sign on the person's forehead and load them alive into the slag disposal chute and send them out into the orbit the station. Every 30 years, we clean the orbit and count how many stiffs bearing which signs have been floating around. You have no idea how much I want to throw those little thugs for a loop like in the good old days. Wow, that's one way. No, there haven't been any attacks. Attacking footfall in general is not a particularly reasonable thing to do. Many ships are docked here at any given time, and even the listed weapons on board them would make for a decent fighting force, and that's not even to mention the firepower that our esteemed merchants have shamefully hidden from the station's customs officials. Source of income, that's right. Now we're talking about dealing in Xenos artifacts. In a manner of speaking, Footfall is a place where anything can be bought, and mind you, where anything can be sold. Such appalling words. What sort of patronage do you seek from me? Protection, not military protection, but a different kind of security. You have, of course, already encountered difficulties with warp navigation on your way here. I'm afraid the scope of these difficulties extends far beyond this area. Reports of disrupted routes and ships vanishing during short jumps are coming in from across the entire sector. Communication with the Calixis sector has been extremely unstable. Of the ships that have dived into the Maw in recent years, none have yet returned. The last ship that came through the Maw from the other side was struck by a temporal anomaly. The jump took almost 2 decades in real space-time. You have heard periods of warp instability, including cases where the Maw would become completely inaccessible for navigation for years on end, thus temporarily cutting off the Coronis expanse from the Imperium. Even so, Vladame's words are particularly alarming. It seems that something has had a profound effect on the Maw. The Maw. And this brings us to our main issue. Footfall is a repair shipyard and a trading post. We barely produce anything ourselves and are largely dependent on incoming shipments, especially food shipments. The station, naturally, has some reserves, but the supply issues didn't start yesterday. Footfall would be obliged if House von Valancius would assist us by signing a contract for food deliveries. Oh. I can't be the only one you've asked for help. Naturally, I tried contacting other rogue traders, but the terms of House Chorda would have bled Footfall dry. And as for the esteemed Caligos Winterscale, instead of a food shipment from him, I received a transport, the Navica, packed with refugees. Yeah. I had to send them off to Foulstone. So many extra mouths to feed would have only worsened the crisis further. I suppose all these warp fluctuations must have created more pressing concerns for Lord Winterscale, and so I put my faith in you, the third and last of Footfall's allies. Are you positive you're in control? We're very perceptive. Well, now that you know what you're buying, the situation is difficult, but should you decide to offer your support, you'll forget about the existence of trading hubs other than Footfall. Because you won't have more loyal friends anywhere else. Oh, really? Come on. You are very perceptive. Again. Oh, he just says the same thing. So, what are the terms? Delivery of food shipments from your fertile worlds, Janus, I imagine. I'm quite familiar with that jewel of the Von Valancius Protectorate. In exchange for fair payment. Get on your knees. Because I have a feeling these decisions are going to have ramifications later. Ladame's gaze is slightly distrustful. Such charity is a rare sight in the Coronis expanse. Even figures as powerful as rogue traders do not show it often. Thank you, your lordship. Why hasn't the gang been dealt with? I've been using all my resources to delay the moment when the station is hit by famine. I haven't gotten around to the Anvers yet. As detrimental as they are, they're no players. When their leader dies, the rest will scatter. It will be dealt with. Alright, cool. Get that dealt with. Here, I am the main dealer on the station, and it would be disrespectful of me to suggest that you take your business to footfall traders of lesser importance. Still, you might take an interest in a few people of note. For example, Reverend Hieronymus de la Rosa is the servant of Ecclesia, permit to purchase sacred relics from captains and other traders. Octaviana established called Amescus. The chemical bliss that she offers is refined and possesses a satisfactory degree of purity. Ah! Already did it. Already got that specialty. Well, can't get much from him right now. Wow. Stormbolt, right? Alright, well, what's this one? Oh, the med kits. No. Don't want to lose all my other stuff. Oh. Okay. Lord Captain, I am pleased to report that the inspections have been completed and all identified system failures have been resolved. Oh.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Bastian Chorda. A well-groomed man calls out, young man calls out to you. He is clean-shaven and dressed in clothes that are expensive, but unshowy, with a bright aquila embroidered in a prominent spot. Noble sir, a minute of your time, if you please. I am Bastian Indorama Bastial Chorda. Chorda. Youngest cousin of House Chorda. Envoy of Incendia Bastel Chorda. Rogue trader of the Coronus Expanse, by the grace of the most holy Emperor. And you must be an envoy of Theodora von Valancius? I noticed that you arrived on the esteemed lady's ship. Chorda. They are some of the most influential rogue traders in the Coronus Expanse, but not on footfall. This station is under the control of House Winterscale. Something tells me that we are about to hear a most curious offer. Hide the truth. Splendid. It's a pleasure to be speaking with an equal. Truth be told, I get a little flustered in the presence of the powers that be. Oh, damn. What do you wish to speak to me about? No matter of the utmost delicacy, you've been to the residence of the liege. The dame almost certainly appealed to you for assistance in the arrangement of shipments to Footfall. The Von Valancius Protectorate is famed for the abundance of its main agri-world, Janus. It would be odd for him not to seize on such an opportunity. Footfall is on the verge of famine. However, the Chorta dynasty pursues its own interests on footfall. We have already announced our terms to the liege, but he is stalling. I imagine in hopes of getting a better offer from you. The Chorta dynasty believes that cooperation would be preferable for both rogue trader houses. If you refuse Vladimir, thereby forcing him to agree to a deal with us, the Chorta dynasty can promise you a share of the profits from the future contract, as well as certain other perquisites. Everybody benefits. The Emperor's most loyal servants should be more concerned with carrying his will through the stars and less with divvying up profit among themselves. Especially when the well-being of one of the Imperium's worlds is at stake, even one such as Footfall. Behind your smile, Master Bastion, teal shadows swirl. Others may not see them, but your worry cannot escape my eye. What are you afraid of? Your house's wrath should these negotiations prove fruitless, or the wrath of House von Valancius? It's simply business, honest and straightforward. Footfall is a den of bandits and profiteers. They may not be outright heretics, but they are far from the light of the Imperium. They should be grateful that rogue traders allow this den to exist in the first place. Demanding fair payment from them is only right. Excuse me. Oh, went suddenly. Oh! Oh wow, he did.
Example out of you.
That sucks. That's not a good way to go. Looks like he's trying to... Yeah. Alright, prepare for battle. Oh. Oh, okay. All right, go on the front. No. Not coming that way. Like. There we go. That seems like good. That seems good. I like that.
On it. It's as good as done. I'll make it happen.
Alrighty.
I'll see to it personally. Who, if not me, never stood a chance?
Oh, I almost got two.
Out of my way!
Out of my way!
Hold on.
There is only death, yours or mine.
Get to it. Let's get to it.
Is that one of the guards? I can't tell. I think it was.
Emperor, give me strength.
Give him fear.
Duty demands.
Let's get to it.
Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. I will not. As the Emperor commands.
Ban that.
Show me what you've got.
Stun grenades. Another stun grenade.
Out of my way.
Ow.
Scared yet?
Not really.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Request approved. The
There.
Messiah condemns you.
Time to slaughter someone.
Aim for the heart next time.
Yep. Abelard.
I'm not interested.
Abelard. Abelard.
No matter the cost. A tactically sound approach. I will do my duty. An exemplary strike. One fewer time.
Let's
Ah.
make it quick. Let's get to it.
Alright, I'm never gonna use that button anymore.